Today all we did was patch and paint an old block wall that was kind of blistering. So I'm going to show you the techniques I used. Here we go. So all we're doing today is going to paint this wall. And I don't know why they did it. I already did a little exploratory thing here. It looks like they went over it with just regular spackle. And I don't see no damage to the block underneath. Maybe a little spalling. You see it? That kind of scared them, I guess. So all we're gonna do is just clean this all up and repaint it. No big deal. So all I'm doing is just like a dentist. I'm just getting the bad stuff. If it's loose, I get it off. If it's not loose, I'm not going to bother it. You could test it. That's all I'm doing. I'm not doing anything big. You can see on the bottom here, at one time, or maybe in a heavy rain, they get a little water, but I don't see anything serious. It's just it could be sloped away or the rain gutter. So that's all we're going to do. Get rid of this stuff that's loose. If it ain't loose, we're not going to bother it. Now I have it all shaved down and scraped away. Now I'm going to do a little mixing of fast dry and cement. I'm going to show you how I do that. Now let's look at what I'm going to do. First I'm just going to put a little rubber glove on. Then I'm going to get my sponge. You see the sponge? It's flat. Now this is one, this is flat too, you see? I cut it out. This is out of my cousin's car seat. He doesn't know yet. But you want something flat. So use this one first. I'm only going to take one trowelful. This is rapid set mortar mix. I use it a lot. And I'm just going to, before I mix, I'm just going to wet this up a bit. The whole secret is to wet it first. You know that if you watch my videos. Anything I'm going to cover with that little bit of cement, I'm going to wet it first. That's what's going to make it stick. Then, with the sponge, like this, just add a little bit in there. Just like that. That's enough. Now, I'm just going to take this and go right over it. And then sponge it in. That's going to fill all the holes. All we can do is sponge it in. We're going to get a little closer here. We're going to wet it first, like I told you. See the indentation? We're going to take this, rapid set, so you get it on the sponge. Just sponge it in. All we want to do is fill in the big holes. You don't want to make a project out of it, big deal out of it. Just fill in the holes. That's all. Then lightly sponge it off. You can see all the big sand that's in there kind of falling off. That's what we want. No big deal. That's all done. So make sure we wet it first. And as we're getting into deeper holes, you gotta sometimes just trowel it on. That's it. Trowel it on. See where you're at. You can always put a second coat on, it ain't no big deal. See, I'm troweling it on, so looking down the wall and flattening it out. Then I get the sponge, go around the edges first to blend it in real lightly, just barely touching it. See that? Just barely touching it, flattening it out. That's it. So this is the paint I'm using over that, and especially because it has to be done. It's a real estate sale. It has to be done in one day, and that's why I use the drylok. Putting on my first coat. I'm going to let it sit for a while and then go put on my second coat. There it is. That's my first coat. Well, I'm back about 4 hours later doing my second coat, and might as well just talk about it now. Very seldom do I see something, unless the wall is actually broken. If the wall isn't broken, then 95% of the time I gotta do patch it up. You don't try to make a big deal out of it. People see little cracks or something, they get scared, but in the last 10 years since I've been doing YouTube videos, I had one foundation that was actually pushed in, and that's because a car hit it. So little things like this, 95% of the time, it's just exterior kind of repairs, nothing serious. So that's it, it's a one-day job. If I had the luxury to wait, say 4 or 5 days before I painted over that cement, it would have been good, but it was a one-day job. Came in, it dried up pretty quick, boom, boom, boom. First coat, wait 3-4 hours, come back, do the second coat. It's good. So thanks for watching. I'm Mike Haduck. I'll see you next video.